Delayed dose.
Delayed dose. Yes, that's much better. We can get the alliteration going there.
Yeah, we're running a little late this morning. Car trouble, everything trouble.
Frozen trouble. It's cold trouble. Interviews.
Cold. It is cold outside.
It is cold outside.
We are not. Breath away.
We are not telling any people something they don't know yet. But it is the Daily Dose. We are just here on the couch, a little later than usual. But it's Friday.
It is Friday. We made it through the week,
Friday.
Jeff.
Somehow, man. I was worried a little bit when it was still Tuesday, and I was like, wiped.
Well, I will say I feel like these past few weeks have gone by really fast. Like thinking about it, like now it's Friday, but it was a hard week. Lots of hard work.
Yeah, definitely so. What do we have here for weather? A lot of coldness. It's going to be a high of 15 and a low of 10. It's going to be sunny all day, but for right now, really what you got to watch out for is the wind chill. It's whipping through there, and I think it's single digits still right now.
I think there was a day, it was either this week or last week, where the high was 7, and honestly today feels like it's colder than that. A high of 15.
Mark Elke is wondering if we're coming to his meet and greet.
When is it?
When is your meet and greet, Mark? You need to let us know these things.
He usually does it on a Saturday in Appleton, so I'm wondering if that's what he's planning on this time. I always seem to have something going on when it happens. Oops.
Well, if we can make it, we will. But we will certainly endeavor to make it to one of them.
And he should come to Green Bay.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. If we have to, the Daily Dose will gladly host all of you wonderful viewers.
Somewhere.
Coming up, we'll meet you for a beer somewhere, or pizza, or if you want to come out we'll hang out on the city deck or something like that.
It's tonight.
6:05 tonight.
Why is it 6:05?
Well, that's some
6:04.
accuracy. Not 6:04, not 6:06. 6:05.
Well, I might think about that. I do have a friend coming in from out of town, wanted to show her around the area, so we'll see.
We go.
All right, so Paul Strubis has a very interesting story up on our website this morning. Another update about the Nicole Vanderheiden murder case. The suspect in that, George Birch, who's set to go on trial next month, is now arguing that that the prosecution shouldn't be able to use data collected from his cell phone. His attorneys are arguing that the data was illegally found, that he turned over his cell phone in the hit-and-run crash. You'll remember that sort of, then police looked at his phone, realized he was doing a lot of searches about the murder, and then linked him to it. DNA was found there. So all of these things kind of come together, but he's saying that you shouldn't be able to use this because when I turned over my phone, I thought you were only going to be looking at texts or phone calls that would either say I did or didn't do the hit and run. Very confusing, I know, so I encourage everyone to check out the story for themselves on the website, read top to bottom, lots of good information in there, get to know the story a little bit, because the trial's starting pretty soon.
Yeah, it's coming up. These are sort of the final arguments ahead of that, and so we will see what comes of that. But I'm gonna just withhold comment at this point.
It just seems like this. I'll say this very briefly: is that there's so many twists and turns in this. They now said that they'll allow some of the Fitbit data in, and then some not. So it's like all of this stuff is just keeps happening. And
what I guess I'm just withholding comment on is just the fact that you don't turn over. Yeah, I guess you don't turn over your phone and expect that the police will only look at one thing.
Well, that's what the DA is saying, that
I would not just do that as a human being. I would not be like, oh yes, unless I negotiated with them or discussed, like, you will only be doing this.
Yep, and that's what the DA was saying, is that he didn't specify when he handed the phone over, you can only look at this.
Yeah, so
we'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. Interesting arguments, and like you said, a lot of twists and turns. So Ty is chiming in that he would think that prosecutors should be able to use any means of technology for research and evidence. Okay. That's very well put. That's very well put, Ty.
What a nice comment.
Yeah, you're more put together than we are this morning.
I know. Well, I just called you Jay. Your name is not Jay. Jeff, you were very busy yesterday as well.
So, Brown County didn't really kind of put up a big sign or anything like that, but the John Doe investigation has come to Brown County. This is the same one, John Doe 2, that has been embroiling, much of the state, and produced a lot of back and forth accusations about it. So Judge Kendall Kelly, a Brown County Circuit Court judge, is the new John Doe judge. He's kind of trying to bring some fresh eyes to it, and basically asked all of about 24 attorneys, 6 of whom were on a conference call line, and the other 18 of which were in the courtroom, to basically tell them what he can and can't do from their perspectives, and cite some case law and everything. So
It's a lot of people in the
yeah,
courtroom.
it was about a half-an-hour hearing, but 60 days from now, expecting to find out kind of what arguments different sides are going to make in this case about whether or not he can issue contempt citations or refer attorneys for misconduct, reviews. But so it'll be interesting to see. It's kind of my first up close and personal with the John Doe investigation. Our colleague down in the Milwaukee area, Patrick Marley, well, actually he's in Madison, but Journal Sentinel reporter Patrick Marley has been really on top of this and very helpful.
Okay. Well, we're going to close out with some fun Packers-related news. Our
Yes,
friend,
indeed.
who's sitting right over there, Kendra Meinert, has an awesome story on our site about Justin Timberlake, announcing. Well, we've always known that he's been a fan of the Packers, but he had an interview about his upcoming halftime performance at Sunday's Super Bowl, and they asked him, who are you going to be rooting for? And he just abruptly said, "Go Pack, go!" And they thought he said, "Go Pats, go!"
Oh,
Don't be
you silly
mistaken.
Boston media. No, Justin Timberlake is a Packers fan. Very happy that this is coming up. Saw Aaron Rodgers tweeted about it.
Yep.
And, of course, you have to read Kendra Minert's story as well
Yeah.
to get the full flavor of it. But definitely very cool. Glad to see that JT is going to be rooting for the Packers while
Yes.
they're there. And if you Green Bay fans are looking for anything to do also, just remember local company Sensor is about to compete in a pitch contest for a $50,000 prize on Saturday. It'll be live streamed beginning at about 9 a.m. Central Time on NBC Sports website. So kind of cool. Go Sensor. There's a story that I did earlier this week about that as well. So those are the two Green Bay angles that I know of.
Two Green Bay angles, but I will
to the
say,
Super Bowl.
in general, I'm so excited because I'm a huge Justin Timberlake fan.
So you're rooting for the halftime show?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
so excited. I think that was such a good choice. I've been wanting him to be the halftime performance for a long time now, so he finally is, which is great. And I was going to ask you, did we already talk about our predictions for the Super Bowl?
No, we did not.
Okay. Well, you know my stance. I don't really have a prediction. I just don't want the Patriots to win. So.
I don't really want the Patriots to win either. So
Okay,
most
goodbye.
of the time, I'm not a fan of the Eagles.
Me neither.
Or Eagles in any way, band or team, but go Eagles.
Yeah, I'm just so over the Patriots.
Yeah.
They don't. No. Let's
Usually-
make it a good one.
Usually when I want to be, so that...
Let's just leave it at that.
Let's just leave it at that. So hope you're going to have a fun, safe Super Bowl Sunday party. Definitely enjoy yourselves, but again, be safe. No drunk driving.
Yeah.
And have fun this weekend.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching our show this morning. Make sure to like and share this video, and we will see you bright and early on Monday morning.
Monday.